going southbound. I've been hellbound, riding on the midnight train. Going too fast now, think I ought to slow down, standing in the pouring rain.
What's going on, folks? Tristan, Tony, and Drew with the One Hell of a Life Outdoor Podcast. And that's right, we said Drew in person today.
That's right, baby.
What's up, y'all?
It's a rare occurrence that we get to have one of our great friends and really one of the core pieces here of Zero Duck 30 and Zero Buck 30 in studio.
Yep. No, dude, thanks for showing up, dude.
Yeah,
it's good to see you.
That's what happens when you guys move 6 hours away.
That's right. We start this and then we're like, all right, bye, Drew. We're moving from Florida all the way up to Georgia.
Good luck with that. No, but we're lucky enough Drew to be here today, and we just got done eating some speckled-belly goose that we shot at Delta Thunder Outfitters, and it was delicious. And quick, if you're looking to make some real quick duck meat, speckled-belly goose meat, dude, I don't know how you can go wrong with that Weber's.
Oh, so
that
good.
Weber's Chicago steak seasoning.
Mm-hmm.
Throw that shit on both sides, roll it in it, throw it on the grill, cook it medium.
Literally like 3 minutes each side.
Yeah.
Boom,
Yeah.
boom.
Incredible. Good stuff. I mean, even Uncle Ryan was here today that had never had waterfowl.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, dude, that's like filet mignon, he said. Good stuff, man. But no, we thought we'd have Drew in here today, and we just sit there and talk some shit and catch you guys up to date with what we're doing, and actually talk a little bit more, let you guys kind of handle it, why Drew's in town.
Yeah. No. Yeah, that sounds good. And yeah, we're excited to have you on, Drew. And yeah, man, we last night, Drew came up. Really, the whole purpose of this weekend was, for the longest time now, I've been doing pretty much all the editing that we do.
Not
with the
pretty
videos.
much
All of it. Yeah, all of it.
Not pretty much. 100%.
So our whole goal this year is to have Drew set up on a computer too, where he's like completely fluent with editing too. So we brought him up and we've been doing like a crash course. We probably spent a good 5-6 hours so far.
Yeah, probably about that.
Yeah, on just, learning different stuff on Adobe Premiere Pro and working on a new video.
Yeah. Well, when your buddy's like, oh, I'm doing this 8 hours a week, I'm like, all right, how can I help?
Yeah.
Well, no, it definitely is going to make a huge difference on just the workload. Because sometimes, everyone's got like life that gets in the way and stuff. And it's like, sometimes during duck season, it's like, okay, well, you turn around and have a great hunt and you have 5 days till the next weekend, Monday through Friday.
Married.
Yeah.
Trying to have a baby. What? How am I supposed to edit?
Life progression. it's just part of it's the fact of the matter. It's life progression.
Exactly. So if we have another, honestly, I'm gonna be honest, an asset here.
Yeah.
Another asset, helping with the freaking production, we're going to be rocking and rolling.
Yeah.
Well, and what's exciting about it is the reason why we're doing this is so that, us as a business, we got to put out more. We got to put out more.
Yeah.
We have to do more. Tristan just can't do it all. And Tristan does, and he still will continue to do our main editing of our videos. But when it comes to social media and pumping that stuff out, I hopefully plan to learn as a third leg of all this. And we just want to be able to just pump a lot of information out to y'all.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. And, Drew, if you go back and look at the, diver or sea duck hunt that we have, Drew pretty much did all of that by himself. I did, some of the editing on it and stuff. But that's basically the part of the big thing of Drew getting trained up on all this stuff is, when we're not there hunting with him and he's just filming his own hunt, then Drew can literally just start to finish, film the hunt, build his own, own episode, and then we can put that out on our YouTube on top of other things, so.
I mean, we've been doing this now for what?
Fourth season.
Fourth season coming up.
And I mean, you guys introduced me to duck hunting. I've been there since the very first video, and just a natural progression. And like I said, it's just, I don't feel bad, but I'm like, all right, Tristan's doing all this work. How can I help to make this better?
Yep.
So.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's really, you're just a key cog in what we do. I mean, it's really just, we got some buddies, obviously, that hunt with us, and y'all see them in the videos, but really the main function of what we do here is us three at this table.
Yeah.
And, just to help the ship smooth, go smoother, that's just a no-brainer, really.
Yeah.
So.
pretty excited for this upcoming season too. I mean, I'm definitely going to. Well, I went Colorado last year, so it definitely took away some of my time. But this year, I'm definitely going to be more involved in that Arkansas hunt, and hopefully this year as well. So it'll definitely be a good year.
Yeah, no, and the other thing that's exciting about this upcoming year is that we still have some incredible videos from last year.
Yeah, I got a sneak peek into it when I was editing with Tristan too. So
yeah, no,
we might throw a little sneak peek out, but I don't know. Everybody knows that the algorithm right now, it's tough for waterfowl. And what's really becoming the most predominant thing, and we're going to be talking a lot, of course, on the podcast, is the ramp up of deer season.
Mm-hmm.
Deer season is going to be here before we know it, and
I mean, it's almost August.
Yeah, when middle of July hits, guess what? Sportsman's Channel, wherever you see on your social media, television, whatever, it's starting to be deer hunting.
I mean, middle of July was like 7 days ago.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And everybody's starting to release their new, Bone Collector is Crushed. All those guys are starting to release all their stuff from last year. So we're going to ride that wave. And then when we get into, I think, probably the first part of September, when we're on the heels of teal season, we're going to start releasing you guys. We got a couple incredible videos out Delta Thunder last year that are just, it's awesome.
Yeah.
I got a peek. These guys were working on it today, and I got a little peek in it, and it's going to be good.
Yeah.
It's going to be really good.
We have some fun hunts coming. I mean, not like the numbers as the Twisted Teal video as far as birds killed, but like just from a pure enjoyment, content, funny, genuine, just cool videos.
Just an experience.
Two like just good experience videos. One day, the short and the long of it is, we shot like 24 with 6 people, and it was Katie's first duck hunt, and that was cool. The next day, all hell broke loose. We didn't get set up till 8 o'clock. We still ended up having a great hunt, shooting some birds, and didn't even have a brush-in blind or anything. So,
which was Katie's favorite hunt of the weekend.
Yep.
And it was interesting for her to say that, and she said, "Well, I didn't get to sit next to Cade during the Twisted Teal video." She wanted to sit next to him the whole time because, as you guys all know, actually we got Cade coming up on the podcast next week.
Yep, that's right.
And he's just a riot, dude. I mean, he just is. And I don't care who you are, you're gonna have a good time sitting next to him in the blind. Even if he calls you hubcap and you got a bald head.
Yeah.
As waterfowlers, we experience all kinds of extreme weather conditions. Stay bone dry and warm with Frog Togs hunting gear. You can check them out at frogtogs.com or at frogtogshunt on Instagram.
The best is when you get to know him a little bit, and then he opens up some, and then he really gets into you pretty good.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay, that's
It
pretty
comes
good.
from love.
Yeah. Cade said that the ducks were flying over, and
Because your shiny head.
yeah, my shiny head sticking out. And he's
That's
like,
funny.
"Look at me!"
Yeah.
And he goes, "Look at the hubcap down there." Like a duck even knows what a hubcap is, dude.
One thing that was kind of crazy, and we haven't had Drew on here since since
Teal?
last ducks. Yeah, since last teal season.
Yeah.
I don't. Maybe the wedding a little bit. You might have popped on the podcast a little
Yeah,
bit.
maybe for a sec.
But one thing that I thought might be kind of interesting, just spur of the moment here, is like you were a part of some really cool hunts in North Florida where you guys, pintail, and to give context, in North Florida, it's kind of rare to shoot, anything outside of like teal and ringnecks and wood ducks. Maybe a mottled.
Yeah.
Whistling
a
duck.
whistler.
Yeah, whistling model. Yeah.
So tell us about a couple of those hunts, like up there in Northeast Florida that, I know you like buffleheads and.
Yeah. So I actually, I was hunting
Pintail?
last year, and we got a surprise bufflehead, on the northeast part of Florida, which was kind of crazy.
Not on the coast either, yeah.
Well, I was on the coast.
Not in like the intercoastal,
Yeah. I was not on the coastal waters. Yes,
Right.
I was inshore. Yeah. And just happenstance, we shoot this duck, and it was a bufflehead, which was definitely weird. So let's see, we killed a couple pintails, which is always great.
Yeah, pintail in Florida is like,
Yeah.
that's a trophy for sure.
Yeah. No, and it was normal morning, like, oh, we're shooting all these, green wings and blue wings, and then all of a sudden you shoot a duck and you're like, oh, that's not a green wing or a blue wing. So it was definitely very good. So
Didn't y'all shoot like a ready duck or something, or a scotter or something too?
that picture right there.
Oh yeah, that. But didn't you shoot one at that WMA too? You shot something different too.
I didn't shoot a scotter that day. I don't think. No, unless I'm thinking about. No, I don't think so.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
so that's pretty cool. As
Yeah,
y'all
and
can
that was
see.
my first scotter ever that I ever got.
Yeah, it that's the first one I've ever seen anybody I know hold.
Yeah, well, fair
honestly.
enough.
Yeah.
Well, we shot that duck too. The funny part is we saw the duck, and I was with Tony at the time. He's like, "Oh, go ahead and shoot that one." So I shot it, and he's like, "Holy!" We all were like, "Oh my gosh, it's a scotter!" Like, yeah, we were not expecting that. I think we were up by like Jekyll Island in Georgia, so technically not Northeast Florida.
Mm-hmm. Did you end up eating that?
So we did not kill a lot of ducks that day, and we were hunting with a buddy, Garrison, who's been on the
he took that
podcast.
home?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said, go ahead and take all the ducks we got. And he said it was, just okay.
Little all
But
right.
he's also not I don't think Garrison's cooked a lot of ducks. So, but I've eaten all kinds of ducks, and they're always delicious if you cook them right.
What's duck is something that I'm still honestly figuring out, and it almost seems like the more simple I do it, sometimes that's the better. But like, what would you say is like your favorite duck recipe so far?
Oh, I made this chili adobo recipe. I think I got it from.
Damn, that sounds fancy.
Yeah, it was very good. I think I actually got it from Delta Waterfowl. I think they put out a video a few years back where the guy made it. It was so good. I took some chilies, and I think, was it raspberries or cherries? Basically, you cook it down and you put it over top of it. It's very delicious. That was probably one of my favorite recipes, and I think that was with a diver duck. I don't even think that was actually with some of your better ducks.
Yeah.
But I mean, on a regular basis, when I'm going to eat duck, fajitas, your normal stuff, poppers, whatever you're going to do with it. But,
Yeah. No, it's interesting. Like, I think obviously like the diet of the duck has to do something with it, maybe, and. Because I've literally done the same recipe before, pintail and ringneck, and the same recipe, and they both taste the exact same.
Yeah.
It's
and
just
then you
weird.
cook the same recipe a week later, and it's almost inedible.
Yeah, it's just weird. I don't get it. We're talking about duck cooking. It's just weird how it's just almost inconsistent sometimes, and less is more a lot of times.
Well, my big belief on this is, and I really do feel like that a lot of people are missing the boat on this when it comes to wild game, is that, I've talked about this on a podcast before, but when we harvest a deer, everybody knows if I shoot a young deer, it's going to taste better than an old buck. Mm-hmm. If I shoot a young pig, it's going to taste better than an old pig. So, my belief is why does that change? Because we shoot so many ducks. It doesn't change. If you shoot an old duck, it's going to taste like an old duck.
Yeah.
I don't care what it is. So, for everybody to sit out there and say, I do think that some definitely taste better than others, and it has to do with their diet and everything that they have. That's a big part of it. But the biggest piece I think that we all miss is the age of the animal. Why does it change? Because it's a smaller animal. Right. It doesn't change. Mm-hmm. It's a factual thing, dude. It just is. I don't know if you guys talked about this, but last 2 weeks, was it last weekend or the weekend before, that we cooked up that speck and the widgeon and the mallard?
Yeah, it was a couple weeks ago.
But the mallard had a little bit of freeze and burn, we think. Mm-hmm. But it was the worst tasting thing ever.
Yeah.
Dude, it reminded me of that nasty teal we ate one time. Not of that, when we cooked up all that teal, we had some that tasted awesome. Mm-hmm. But in that same batch, we had some that were like, bleh, bleh, it tastes like you're biting right out of a liver, and I definitely think it has something to do with the age of the animal, and the other thing that's a big player here to the taste of meat is, when it comes to red meat, is, whether you guys like to hear about this or not, but when you eat that cow, dude, they take that animal so swiftly on purpose to prevent the adrenaline shooting through the meat. When you gut shot a deer, I don't care what kind of deer it is, dude, it's going to taste like crap.
Yeah.
Because that animal's stressed. It's got all that adrenaline going through the meat and everything else. it's just just pay attention whenever you have an animal like that. You take a quick kill and that thing dies real quick, you're going to have a different experience with that meat.
Yeah.
You just are. And, I don't know if that has to do with cripples when it comes to birds. I mean, I would think that it would follow the same logic. Yeah.
So, we're all going to be hunting together, obviously, at some point this season. And, I thought it'd be good to get into some of the, planned stuff that we have, kind of topically for this season. I think the big one right off the top of the brain is like the weekend, following Thanksgiving. Hopefully we're all going to get up there to Arkansas and Delta Thunder Outfitters and stuff,
Yeah, well, and if you guys want to know what the picture looks like for, I had somebody reach out to me that I hunted with at Delta Thunder last year, and they're like, when are you going to Delta Thunder this year? I don't know.
Yeah, that's the problem with duck hunting.
Because we plan our schedule literally around lottery draws on public land.
Yeah.
In
I mean,
Florida.
that's our Florida hunting.
Yeah, that's our Florida hunting, and it's incredible hunting.
Yeah.
And if you can draw a tag. And so we kind of first start with that. Not that it's a priority over anything else, but it's a time frame that has got a short window that you just got to make it happen during that time. So you have to go.
So many weekends in the season.
Yeah, so we kind of wait and plan it around that, and then we fill the gaps with Arkansas and wherever else we're going to go.
Well, and if you're like, the Ducks are in Arkansas this weekend, we're going to go.
Yeah.
And if we got a tag in Florida and, we got some things lined up and looks good, that's where we're going.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's that simple. It really is. So, the more or the less of the lottery draws that we get, we spend those somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's just, but we kind of put that priority first because it kind of just like timelines everything,
And I think, go ahead.
There's been times where we've even had lottery tags in Florida, but the hunting wasn't good.
Right.
So we were like, all right, well, we'll turn them back in, and then we'll do something else.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
For sure, man.
Yeah, and I think, at least for me personally, I think just because like we all started duck hunting in Florida, like I honestly at the end of the day enjoy it more.
It's our stomping grounds.
Yeah.
It just feels like
and
you
it's
feel
not
more
cold in January.
Well, I think just like an Arkansas,
That's me personally.
an Arkansas timber person that grows up doing that, that's where their roots are.
Yeah.
It just feels more at home. Feels like we know more about what we're doing.
Yeah. I mean, that's it's to some people, they would be like, are you shitting me? You go out there with a bunch of gators? Yeah, dude. No, but that's what we all do. Yeah. And that's where we cut our teeth.
I mean, look at all of our first videos that we did. They're all in the marsh.
Yep.
Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah.
All of them, and the most enjoyable thing for me when it comes to these different environments is just, we talk about it so much. It's just playing that game.
Mm-hmm.
The game is different no matter where you go in the country.
Of course.
And, we talked about this a lot about if you're trying to understand how to go kill ducks in an area, it can be as simple as a couple of miles down the road. Everybody in those areas, the public land hunters, are some of the best damn duck hunters in the world.
Oh, yeah.
No doubt. And they know how to go make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
They know how to play that game. And so, if you show up with your mallard call, and in Florida and sit out there and go, bah, 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 bah. There's not a duck in Florida that does that, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, at most you get a mallard that's quack, 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 quack. It does a mallard, a mottled duck call. That's basically all it is. Outside of that, we have teal.
Mm-hmm.
And so it might be a, beep, 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 beep. It might be a, it might be a little whistle, but definitely, in those marshes and stuff like that, you get into the widgeon, you get into some pintails and things like that. But you're not going out there throwing a hail call or doing your traditional mallard call.
I mean, it's like anything. The first time you ever do it, that's going to have a very good, spot in your heart. Just like the first woman you ever loved, whatever, it doesn't matter what it is.
Well, no different than us in Illinois deer hunting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
So like that's where your roots are started. And we were terrible duck hunters.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not good now.
No.
But we were terrible.
No, it's because we're great.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. We're great at messing some shit up is what we're great at.
Terrible duck hunters when we first started. Yeah. And I mean, it's like your teenage years. You're clumsy, you're figuring it out, and then you're like, oh, okay, I kind of get it. And then, you know, you get into your 20s and 30s, you're like, I think I kind of have it figured out. And then you're like, oh, I don't have this figured out at all.
Not at all. No. And it's kind of like, you know, how they say to get good at something, you got to mess it up.
Yeah.
You got to make mistakes, and you got to allow people to make those mistakes, you know, because that's where you learn.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I know for a fact, I mean, Tristan and I have spent so much time in Arkansas, you know, and, you know, one of the things that Tristan and I are switching to this year is a wooden duck call while we're hunting pit blinds, because we've learned from Cade that anything other than that is so, dude, it's so many levels higher than a duck can sound. It's just too loud. Yeah. And they all know it.
Well, and you can't, I mean, from a distance it might be something, but when you're trying to finish those ducks, I mean, it's you can't do it quiet enough to be, you know, what you need to be. Yeah,
a timber call, you know, your cut downs, all that stuff. There's no room for it in a pit blind, in my opinion. You know, because you just can't. I mean, I know there's somebody out there saying, "Oh, I can blow a timber. You know, I can blow a cut down quieter than I can a wooden call." Well, good for you if you can, because I can't.
I mean, you have to adapt to the skill set that you have in front of you
for sure.
Yeah.
You know, one thing, me and Drew last time we were looking through videos and stuff, you know, we're looking through obviously this new video we're editing, and also looking through some of our old hunts, and anybody that hunts the Florida marsh, I mean, you get teal without a decoy, ring necks are pretty, you know, shaky, and, you know, it's not a lot of decoying ducks, not like it is in the Midwest.
No, of course not.
It was crazy. We're editing this video, and I'm like, Drew, isn't it nuts to see ducks that actually respond to calling a decoy?
And finish. And finish, you know?
It's cool. You know?
It is. And that's the game, right? You know, because if you feel like, I think it relates to turkey hunting or deer hunting or whatever it is, you know, if you're turkey hunting, I mean, the turkey Tristan shot this year, you know, it wouldn't be what I call your classic turkey calling, you know, gobbling and all that other stuff. It was a public land bird that you had to be smart about, and you can't call at that bird. I mean, me and Tristan had to hunt it like
we had to
pattern hunt.
We had to hunt that sucker.
We had to pattern hunt that thing over a 2-week period to make it happen, you know? So it's just the same thing with the ducks, you know? I think.
Well, I mean, it kind of comes back to what you were saying earlier. Like, if you're coming down to Florida and think you're going to finish all these birds off and you're going to wait until they finish, you're not going to kill a duck.
No.
But the local boys, they know what's going on. If you get a duck that's within 30 yards of you, I mean, you don't want to sky blast, but if you got a duck that's coming checking out your decoys, you better take a shot.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Like, he's not going to whip around 2 or 3 times like you're going to get in Arkansas. It's not going to happen.
No. Yeah, definitely not. But, yeah, you know, hold up. But yeah, you know, I'm excited to link up with you guys on a duck hunt and hopefully spend more days in the blind together than not. You know, obviously me and my dad are always going to be in the blind together, but the more time we can all spend together is a good time, you know?
Yeah, I mean, at the beginning of our duck, I mean, I duck hunted with you guys
the first several years.
How many weekends are there in duck season?
A lot. I don't know.
Every
12.
weekend?
Everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone.
That's how many we did. Yeah. But again, I'm not going to Colorado this year, so I'll definitely be more involved. And I'm very excited about the duck season we have coming up. I mean, we planned out several good hunts that we've already got coming up. I'm definitely going to make it to Arkansas more this year than I have in the past. And also, hopefully, with good luck, we pull some good tags in Florida.
Yeah. You know, as far as teal season, that's going to be our first waterfowl experience of the year. Tristan and I have pretty much just this year, just due to our situations, we're going to be spending teal in Arkansas this year. That's where we're going to be making our focus. And as you guys know, you know, that's usually something we don't do. I mean, we went last year and we had a great time, you know, even though we didn't shoot hardly any, and I shot one bird with my underwear on.
You mean it's 150 degrees out in Florida during teal season?
Yeah, but you know, this year we're going to go out there and hunt with Cade, and we're going to spend most of our teal season out there this year. And hopefully, you know, Tristan says it all the time, you know, they're here one day and they're gone the next.
Unless
you know?
we get a report from northeast Georgia or southeast Georgia that they're there.
Yeah.
And really what it comes
Then we'll
down
go. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
I don't give a
course.
shit what we got booked.
I mean, two years ago, teal season. I mean, it don't matter where you hunt in this country, you can't beat that.
Yeah,
No.
that was as good as it gets.
What was it, 176 birds we shot?
No, it was 124 between, I think 16 hunters over 2 days or
Yes.
something. And our group, I think we did 25 with 6 people one day and then 36 the next day. So we all limited out. And I don't know. I think that might be the top of teal season for my life.
I don't know if we'll ever.
I mean, it's like when you go out and you.
Do you want coffee that doesn't suck? Get the Duck. Dirty Duck coffee is made specifically for the waterfowl enthusiast. Enjoy flavors like Morning Wood, Dark Dynasty, Cinnamon Teal Snickerdoodle, and First Flight to unlock the flavor that you'll enjoy in the blind for years to come. Our friends at Dirty Duck Coffee Company are now offering all Zero Duck 30 followers a 15% discount when you use code ZeroDuck15 on your next order.
Kill a 200-inch buck.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's literally how that teal season was.
Yeah.
Like, people do it their whole lives to have that moment in time, and we are lucky enough to have that moment in time.
Yeah.
I
And
mean-
experience it with all those other people.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
it's-
people will hunt, like I said, 200-inch bucks will hunt their whole life and never even have the opportunity to do it.
Yeah.
We were lucky enough and blessed enough to be those people. Granted, we did put in the work. We
Yeah.
figured it out. But, if they're not there, they're not there.
Yeah.
And
We happen to be in the right spot at the right time. Same with a 200-inch deer. If it walks in front of you, you are lucky enough to have that opportunity.
And really, the difference this year too is like to where we get to our teal hunting grounds is a 4.5 hour drive. And it's just like, when you do that, you're sacrificing a weekend in advance, hoping that they'll be
At
there
least,
the next,
if not a
Yes.
weekend before that.
yeah,
I mean, just
couple weekends
Yeah.
potentially, and hoping that they're going to be there. And it's more time than we have to sacrifice this year. And it's
Which is
just like,
unfortunate, but it is a fact of life.
yeah, exactly. It's just like, all right, well, we want to teal hunt, and if we're going to teal hunt, well, we're going to just go try where we think there could possibly be birds. If not, we're going to have fun with buddies. So,
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, that's basically what it was like. I mean, I wasn't there last year, but from the stories you told me, you guys had a great time, but they weren't there that
Yeah.
time.
They just weren't. I mean, if you guys look up our video called Win Some, Lose Some, it's an incredibly videographied piece that Dalton did with Salty Shots, and Tristan
About
did a
not
great job.
killing
Yeah, and
ducks.
Tristan did a great job editing, and I think it tells a great story. It shows the Florida or the Georgia marshes, how beautiful it is, but it tells a story that we most of the time, that's what we experience. It isn't harvesting the birds. I mean, when you hunt anything, most of the time you're not successful. It's that one time or a couple times, but most of the time you're going out there, dude, you're not coming back with anything to harvest.
Yeah.
You're not. You're coming back with a great experience.
that's right.
And last year, when we had that tough experience, we had some of the funnest time I have ever had duck hunting with the Wills and everybody. I mean, both Wills and stuff, we're down there. I mean, we're eating blue crab. We got shrimp coming right off the dock, right out of the Darien River, and we had a great meal, and just had a good togetherness with people and had a great time. It was one of the funnest times I had without harvesting anything, honestly.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. That one day, like, cause Dalton left, and we were like, shoot, man, the birds are gone. We're not hunting. Me and Austin were like, all right, well, we're getting drunk, watching college football, and eating seafood. And we just hung out. It was great.
Yeah, it was a
I
good
mean,
time.
if you're on the East Coast, that's a good idea.
Yep, that's right. Especially the Southeast coach with college football.
Yep. But yeah, man, we just wanted to get Drew in here tonight, and who the hell messed that up? Oh, here we go. Tony Bubbles gonna
OCD.
flip his shit. But no, we just want to get Drew in here tonight and catch you guys up to what we're doing, and we're getting ready to go smash a bunch of food and have a good time. And we've been drinking beers all day and playing cornhole and darts and everything else, and having a great time. But
And
Drew,
for the record, I'm clearly the best at all the things that he said.
And honestly,
besides duck hunting,
You didn't say duck hunting. You said darts and cornhole and drinking beer.
hey, I'm just gonna
that's true.
listen. I'm the unanimous winner today because Me and
Listen,
Here we go.
Yeah.
no, listen, me and you won darts. So I
Oh,
won
yeah,
there,
yeah.
and then
yeah.
me and Ryan won cornhole. So I'm the only one that won everything. So
Little shithead.
Bro. I mean, you birthed this kid, so you're the one that has to deal with it.
You're right. I do have to deal with it. No, but y'all, we got some great stuff coming up on the podcast. We have a dear friend of ours, all three of us here. Garrison Sanborn's coming up.
that'll be out before this.
Oh, it will be. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But well, for y'all listen to it that haven't listened to Garrison's podcast, go back and listen to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Garrison's an
He
incredible
was on
athlete.
that trip right there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Incredible athlete. The guy was a long snapper for Buffalo Bills for 8 years, which is a huge tenure with the company.
I'm sorry, Garrison.
Yeah. No, but no, you guys. Where do we go from here?
To
Let's
next
go
season.
to 2023, 2024. Let's go.
Let's go.
That's right. Well, thank you all for tuning in and sharing some time with us. We're excited to, put out a good podcast of us three again. And, just a lot of cool stuff coming to y'all. See y'all next time.
I've been southbound, I've been hellbound, riding on the midnight train. Going too fast now, think I'll slow down, standing in the pouring rain.